I will tell you that I get these advertisements for really comfortable men's underwear. Like, I guess there's something about like cupping the balls or something. Hey, welcome to Smart AF. I'm your host, Torie Mathis. We have got a great show for you today, so let's get started. Something I think that a lot of people don't realize, and I realized this when people were shocked that Facebook sells data or attention to people, to advertisers. I don't think people realize what business Facebook actually is in.
They got to make money somehow.
It
is not a nonprofit.
It's not. And though it's free, Facebook has to pay the bills. So how does Facebook make all this money? Well, Facebook is in the business of collecting data. Now, they're not actually giving your data to anybody, but what they're actually doing is collecting every pieces of information about everything you do online. Say you enjoy gardening, so you look up things about tulips and you look up things about gardening trips. Then they're going to know that if somebody wants to attract an audience of gardeners, they can use you and people like you to show them advertisements. And people will gladly pay lots of money to show you things that you like, because that's what Facebook is about.
All of a sudden, you're going to wind up seeing the top of the line lawn seeds available in your new battery powered lawnmower and all this stuff, and it's no mistake.
It is no mistake.
You looked up something or saw something. Now Facebook knows that you might have even a little tiny bit of an interest in it, and they're gonna start shoving that stuff down your throat, so that the companies that are paying money to show that to you, it's gonna be worth it to them.
Well, you say shoving it down your throat. I say sending me stuff and showing me things that I like. I like seeing things that I like. And in a way, I think that it's a good thing. It might be because I'm a marketer, so I kind of understand like how the back end of it's working. But I think to me, it's a good thing. It keeps you more interested, which interest is definitely what Facebook is all about. I always explain it to people as Facebook creates your own utopia, things that are all about you. Why? Because Facebook wants to keep you on Facebook as long as possible. And that is really true if I ever accidentally go on your Facebook, Sean, because your Facebook does not look like mine. It is a total different experience.
It's all cars.
But isn't that funny when I'm like, oh, did you see this thing? And you're like, nope. I've never seen anything about that at all.
No, and what's funny is you'll see different sponsored ads or even the ones that we run, and you'll get comments on there, and they're like, good luck. I don't know why you keep wasting your money sending me ads. You know, they don't realize like it's not perfect. But you can make your own Facebook feed a little bit better and hide the ad. If it really has nothing to do with you and somewhere the algorithm is just a little not correct for you, hide it and say it's irrelevant, and you're not going to see any stuff like that. And you're not going to, you're always going to see ads in your news feed, but maybe you can make it so that they're a little bit more interesting to you at least, or not something that you were like completely against because somewhere along the line you looked at something and it told Facebook that you liked something. For example, Teslas, right? Not everybody loves them. I see a lot of ads for Tesla accessories and all that kind of stuff, and every once in a while you can wind up seeing a few comments on there, and they're like, I can't afford a Tesla, or I hate Teslas. You know, they're not green vehicles at all. They're, whatever the negative thing it is that they're seeing. Meanwhile, little do they know that they're making it stronger for them to show more of it, because now
you're
engaging.
With the ad.
It is like, dude, you don't want to see it. Just hide the ad, say it's irrelevant, and you'll never see it again. But instead, they feel like they got to comment on it, which just confuses Facebook's algorithm, because you think you don't want to see it, but Facebook says, no, you not only want to see it, you're going to engage with them, which means you're going to see it more often.
Yes, the more you engage, the more you comment, the more you share, the more you look up on anything, whether it's your hatred for or your love for, Facebook is going to show you more of that thing.
Do not engage in anything you don't like.
Otherwise, it will show you more, because that's what Facebook is doing, is trying to purposefully show you things that you like, things that you're interested in, things that you want to engage in, so that you stay on the platform even longer.
I was showing Torie all these sponsored ads that I was seeing that were for different running challenges. And like, hey, you can get a medal for this or a badge for this. And it's crap you do on your own that you then say you did, and then this company sends you a badge. I wound up seeing those all, like, there's just a ton of different companies selling these different badges and medals and all these different things you can do for a run. I have no intention of doing this. I just looked at it once to show Torie.
Well,
so I hit it, and I don't see them anymore.
There's a lot of opportunity for any business, though, even just looking at that, because Facebook's algorithm and Facebook's data collection is able to see that you looked at something one time, showed a little bit of interest, and all these other companies that were similar to that company were then able to say, hey, Sean is interested in badges for running, awards for doing sportsman-like activities, and then they were able to direct the ads towards you.
I still get ads for running shoes.
And how long ago were you looking at running shoes?
I never looked at running shoes. But it has to do with running. With running, yeah.
Right.
So
there are ways inside of ads, and I do think that, like you said, people make comments like, this isn't for me. People do make the mistake of ads of trying to show them way too broad, which makes you think that the Facebook algorithm doesn't work, but it's more that there's just some marketers out there that are really trying to fine tune or just try to find their audience, and that shotgun approach doesn't always work, because I will tell you that I get these advertisements for really comfortable men's underwear. Like, I guess there's something about like cupping the balls or something that makes them more comfortable. They're very funny but very explicit about how comfortable they are, and I have never looked at anything around that at all. So I'm not sure where they're targeting.
They must be like going towards married women or something, because the women are more likely to purchase this for their husbands or something versus directly trying to target the guys that may or may not really care.
Well, and sometimes we fall into a bucket too that maybe we're not the usual for, like a veteran. Both of us are veterans. So if people targeted veterans, you being a veteran is different than targeting me as a veteran, but we would both fall under that same thing. So, there's a little wiggle room in there. So knowing that Facebook has this utopia for you is a way that any business can go on there and try to target people that would want their business. And if you don't like what Facebook's showing you, like Sean said, you can easily hit the 3 little dots, say, why is Facebook showing me this ad, and hide the ad. Stop complaining about it.
You can make your Facebook feed as clean as you want it to be.
More like you. If you want to get smart tools to build your business, go to besmartaf.com.